Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I am Dr. Mohibullah Wazir, and the topic is now the anterior triangle. Note, the anterior triangle is the triangle bounded by the lower border of the mandible, and posteriorly it is bounded by the anterior border of sternocleidomastoid, and anteriorly it is bounded by the anterior midline. The same you see over here. This is bounded from the posterior side by the anterior border of sternocleidomastoid, and above by the body of the mandible, and below by the anterior midline. To understand these triangles, the anterior triangle, first you just look at the anatomy. Look over here, this is the hyoid bone. Look, the hyoid bone lies over here. It's like this. Hyoid bone lies over here like this. And then this is the anterior midline. This is the lower border of the mandible coming over here to the angle of the mandible. And this you can see the sternocleidomastoid to the mastoid process. Sternocleidomastoid to the mastoid process. Now look over here. Above, this is the hyoid bone. Above the hyoid, look, there are few muscles. Look, these are called as suprahyoid muscle. And you look, this is the digastric muscle having two bellies, the anterior belly of digastric and posterior belly of digastric. Along with it, you can see over here this small muscle which is called as stylohyoid, that is hyoid bone and styloid process. And then you can see this flat muscle which is forming the floor of the mouth, that is mylohyoid muscle. And then deep to that lies the geniohyoid. These are the suprahyoid muscle, that is mylohyoid, geniohyoid, stylohyoid, and the digastric muscle. And over here, this is the masseter muscle. The same you can see over here. Look, this is the masseter muscle, and over here, this you can see, this is the digastric, and along with that, this small muscle, this is stylohyoid, and this big muscle over here you can see, this is the mylohyoid muscle. And deep to that, over here is the geniohyoid. Then below the hyoid bone, look, below the hyoid bone, there are muscles which are called as infrahyoid muscles. Out of that, you can see this muscle which is called as thyrohyoid. And then you can see this omohyoid muscle which is having the superior belly. And then look, this is the inferior belly of the omohyoid, which comes over here to divide the posterior triangle into two. Inferior belly of omohyoid, and this is superior belly of omohyoid. And then this muscle which you can see over here, that is the sternothyroid muscle. The same you can see over here. Look, this muscle, this is the sternothyroid, this is the omohyoid, and this is the thyrohyoid. And over here also lies, these muscles are being called by the pretracheal fascia. Alright? And in this way, this is the anterior triangle which is then bounded by the sternocleidomastoid, inferior belly of omohyoid, and anterior midline. Then these muscles, look, the digastric, this muscle, it divides the anterior triangles into many other small triangles. For example, you can see the carotid triangle, then the digastric triangle, the submandibular triangle, and muscular triangle. These are the subdivisions of the anterior triangle which we will discuss in detail in the next lecture. And in addition to that, other small triangles which I told you in the first lecture, that is scalene triangles, carotid triangle, lesser triangles, Beckloff triangles. These are triangles I will discuss in detail, and hopefully you will understand. Thank you very much.